10,000. Is it 10,000? 1,000. 10,000. I don't know. 1,000? Big celebration. Yeah, 10,000, I think. I'll have to double check. It's either 1,000 or 10,000. Maybe 1,000. But she's growing like wildfire. So, yeah, what was it? I can't remember now. Debbie, is that you? I'm talking about you. And hopefully Molly's joining in. But yeah, we had a big tornado here. There wasn't an alert for some reason, but going through my phone, I did some research, and at 4:33, right now it is real eerie. It's super quiet here right now, but the storm was ferocious. Like I said, I took a nap, and it lit up like crazy. It was loud. And Keith, how are you? Yes, good evening. Keith says, as every healing breath amplifies your mind abilities to heal you without even thinking about it. Yes and yes. Amen. Yeah, take that healing breath. Breath work is amazing. We should be adding that to some of my group sessions that I'm doing. And Mag is here. Yeah, it was extremely scary, especially since was it last year? 2 years ago, I think. No, it had to be last year. Last year, around March 26th or March 28th, my house got hit by a tornado, and I had to get a new roof, all that good stuff. So, this is my third tornado that I've been in. Well, the one I got hit. This one passed over, but there was a lot of destruction. If you search FB or probably the news, you'll be able to see the destruction that went on. And it was wide and a lot of destruction. It's called sinister. There's no place like home. I agree. I agree. It's nice to travel, but it's also nice, just to have your own place. No matter how fancy it is, it's still nice to have your own home or a place to rest your head, whether it's an apartment, trailer, all that. We just need our little safe space, place to go. And thank you for those thumbs up. I appreciate that. So, what's called sinister? Oh, greetings from a dude currently viewing a scary movie. The movie is called Sinister. Oh my goodness. Do you ever have nightmares after your movies? I was just thinking, I got my tap table. I want to start doing, I've been taking tap classes, and I got to practice because this is more advanced. And they've been doing it since September, and I've only had 2 classes. So debating, now that the weather's getting nicer, if I should do my tap time outside. So, pay no mind to the man behind the curtain. Again, he won't leave me alone. Don't say that. You talk about the Wizard of Oz too? That's what he says. Yeah, I been doing some research as usual, and I'd like to open the topic up to some of the things that you guys are struggling with. I got a big master class coming up on March 20th, and we're going to start advertising that. So this is going to be about breaking the trauma bond, and I know a lot of people struggle with that. We got that soul tie, and we're talking on the Wizard of Oz. So yeah, click, click, no place like home. And the tornado. So what do you think? Was that just a dream? Did you just have a dream? And that's crazy though. Like that snow falling, I think was asbestos. I think that's what they used. And yeah, there were some injuries and all that good stuff. The guy, the Tin Man, with the makeup and all that good stuff. But the man behind the curtain is a poser, a phony, and that's kind of, I mean, you think about the narcissists, they think they're all powerful, and they're hiding behind that mask, and when you see who they really are, it's like, oh my gosh, this is not what I expected. At least he followed through, though, but we're talking Wizard of Oz. So how was everybody else's day? Did you guys have a good day today? Come here, Dixie. Dixie's super hungry tonight. She's just eating like crazy. He says some might say he's a showman. Definitely. Yeah, exactly. You know, I've been studying Wade Wilson, and it's so interesting. And he's I don't know. He's like locked up in jail on death row, and like his content and happiness, and it's really interesting. So it's hard to tell. Is he just that excited that he's talking to somebody? But seeing the way that he talks to women, and I don't know. Like I'm just trying to understand his mindset, but I don't know. What kind of psychological things interest you guys? I'd like to know. The criminal mind, to me, abnormal psychology. That's what I'm super interested in, and a lot of the problems that we have in relationships, I don't always think it's to mental illness. Sometimes I think it's a difference between men and women, and also this whole, love yourself first. But I think people take it to the narcissistic level, that when people go to counseling, that a lot of times there's not that conflict resolution. I think we're missing conflict resolution. It's like just say you're sorry and move on. We don't really talk about the change of behavior or the connection, and the generational differences. Because I grew up a different way than like my daughter's generation and her kids' generation, and we were taught different things. I grew up during that tough love, and so I didn't agree with the tough love, so I kind of overcompensated and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of crazy, but so cool. How's it going? Hello, hello. Mag says to Keith, so true. Some need to be avoided. Definitely. Yeah, there are. And that's the thing, like with that Wade Wilson, he would do it again. He knows he would do it again. And just, you really see the lack of remorse. So he is able to say he did it, but he's also lied flat out several times that he did not do it. Now he's kind of like, well, kind of screwed. They know I did it. So, and I just saw it today, like I was watching a brain scan. And feel free to tell me what topics you guys like to talk about. I'm just kind of rambling, but so cool. You're doing good. I like hearing that. Yeah, it's going good for you. But they did the brain scan, and I just heard today that they had, like, the prosecutors brought in somebody who did brain scans, and they're like, no, this guy knows what he's doing. So Quiz, how have I been? I've been doing good. I don't know. I want to go out of town with my sister. We just got back a couple days ago, but I don't know. I spent over $1,000 on the ticket, and this one's $844. I can't really do that every week. So it's just a short trip. I think I'm skipping this trip. I don't know. Anybody want to donate $844 so I can go with my sister? I promise I'll post pictures of us at McDonald's. But other than that, I'll be home. Question to our host. Yes, I am Cynthia. Should we, the people, bring back capital punishment? So capital punishment is, my degree's in criminal justice. I've also been to law school, taught criminal law at Grand Valley State University. But should we bring back capital punishment? Now, there are places that have capital punishment, just like down in Florida. He's on death row. But they've done studies on recidivism and how effective is capital punishment. So down in Florida, we're going to take this as the example. Wade Wilson, he lives there. He knew that there was capital punishment. Did he care? No, he still did the stuff. So in Michigan, we don't have that. We have like life sentences and stuff. So they did like studies on it. Capital punishment is not a deterrent. It's not an effective deterrent. So as far as keeping people on track, having the capital punishment is not going to stop somebody from doing it. If they want to do it, they're going to do it. And you got to think in that state of mind, they're not going to be like, oh, wait, I don't know. Is this worth it? They're just going to be like, fuck you. Either I'm pissed or I just want to get the high off of doing it. So should we bring it back? Um, the, it breaks my heart. Now I got to update my research, but there was, I think the youngest was 14 years old. That it's really sad too. He was a black boy, um, and he was executed. And I think for him, I think they found out he was set up. Could be wrong on that. I was also a juvenile probation officer. And Jose, good to have you here. And my first case was a kid who unalived his father, chopped him up, put him in a barbecue. That was my first case. So there are some kids that will do some horrendous things. Uh, there have been some people that have been put to death that were later found innocent, or with the appeals process, there's been several where, with new DNA evidence, things like that, that luckily they had that extended appeals process. And I kind of want to do some research on how many are exonerated when it's the different races. Because the cases I know are like African American or black. There's been some white people too, but what do you think? For me, it would depend on the crime. Yeah, like the Wade Wilson thing. He met some girl. So obviously they didn't have some big history. They had like a one night stand, and then he just kind of rolled over and choked her. I'm assuming it was probably a good night, and then just out of the blue, and then he picks up some girl who he wanted directions, and she's like, "Well, can you just take me to whatever?" And then he unalived her, and then ran her over several times with his car. So even with that time, he did that to the first woman. Then the time that went by to the next woman. He wasn't like, what did I do? What did I do? It was like, I'll just do it again, I don't know. I'm kind of against it because it's playing God. I don't think all people, well, I don't like it. I don't like it because I think it's kind of playing God. They talk eye for eye, but also turn the other cheek and all that kind of stuff. But can you trust the system? No, that's why I stopped going to law school. You cannot. So there are some good judges. I will say there are some amazing judges, but based on what I know, what I've seen, it's not always what you know, it's who you know. And I was like, I'm not doing this. I am Doc, hello, how are you? Max says, give back to parents the capability to discipline their children. Yeah, but we don't need to hit our kids. I think it can be done effectively without like physical abuse. I don't think physical needs to be, I don't. So some people might feel different on that, maybe if it's like an emergency, but I don't know, I'm making it, honestly. You doing all right? Yeah. So thank you for joining our group. The link is in the bio if you guys would like to join that. And who is that popping in? Oh my goodness. So thank you for those thumbs up. But what do you feel about it? It's not a deterrent. Is it a punishment? After 7 years, the people are kind of broken and into kind of like a helpless state where they just go with the flow. They accept what is. And after 7 years, they kind of become dependent on the routine and being told what to do and, given their food and all that stuff. Disciplining isn't always physical. There's plenty of non-physical ways to discipline. Yeah. So there is a lot of ways that we can discipline. I just think people aren't. So they're still allowed to. Um, I just don't think they do. And it's kind of a shift where we're it's almost like we're trying to teach the kids to be adults, but we do it in such a way that we're giving them control now as opposed to when they're adults. So we're like, I don't know. There's a flawed system. You see it in the school district. You see it with the disrespect to cops and people in authority, whether it's a teacher or whatever. And I know, there are some bad cops, there's some bad teachers, bad parents, all that kind of stuff. But I think it's also escalating the problems. These cops probably are walking on like pins and needles where they're more anxious. Um, I'm fortunate to have been homeschooled. There you go. I wanted to be homeschooled. I thought about doing that for my daughter. The social aspect is good unless you're being bullied. There's pros and cons to it. Sometimes it can be the most amazing experience, but other times it can be miserable. It's a little bit safer at home usually, where you kind of know what to expect. So, Meg, when you were homeschooled, how many hours a day did you do that? And that's what frustrated me about school was, okay, kids, take your books out. And so like 7, 8 minutes go by and finally everybody has their books and, we got to line up and, wait, nope, we're not going till, Katie's in line and we're waiting on Katie. Okay, now we can stop. You guys talked in the hallway. We're going to hold up till everybody can, can we just go? Like, there was so much wasted time. It drove me crazy. I'm the type like, let's go, let's go. But homeschool, yeah, good for you. Yeah, I almost had a job where it was, what was the name of it? Becca? Do you remember what kind of curriculum you used? It was like a Christian-based homeschooling curriculum that I was thinking about selling. That was back in 1996 or 1990, probably 1998, something like that. But I hope Debbie hurries up. I want to celebrate her super great celebration today. So who was the one who did the homeschooling? Was it more like learn on your own? That's back before they had all the, I'm assuming, I don't know how old you are, but did they have all the videos and all that kind of stuff? If you guys can let me know how my connection is, we had that storm going on, so let me know if my connection is okay. Meg says the last 2.5 years were correspondence was until done, varied. Sometimes it was easy, an hour or two. I know, like, I would have loved that. I would have loved that. Oh my gosh, before it was all day. Oh, it was all day, basically. Well, in homeschooling, the last 2.5 years. Okay. So that would have been, yeah, when I was my senior year, I was like, oh gosh, I am so done. Like, you get that senioritis. I don't know, maybe I'll do a video on senioritis. Crazy. It's kind of a quiet night tonight. You guys got to let me know if the video's coming through good. But I don't know what's going on with YouTube. YouTube's been kind of quiet for me lately. What's going on? Part of it, I'm slacking. I haven't gotten that many videos up. I need to do that. And I do want to do a couple more cooking shows. I still want to polish that silver that I've been talking about. I'm doing great. Looks good. Okay, cool. Cool. But yeah, stay tuned because March 20th, we will be doing masterclass. You guys are definitely going to want to join in for that. So March 20th. I think we're doing it at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not quite sure. We might be even doing a morning one too. We might run two. I think that would be a good idea. But a lot of cool things coming. So hit that like button for me, guys. The more you guys comment, the more you hit that like button, the more people will come in, and it helps expand out the conversation. But everybody doing all right? The Friday after is your birthday. So that would be like the The 28th? Is that right? No, Friday, 27th. The 27th. I thought you said Saturday. I don't know. Well, very cool. Nice. Happy birthday. The 27th. Very cool. Yeah, my birthday's not till July. I got a couple friends, their birthdays are in April. We're trying to figure out what to do. Oh, so I got to ask you guys, do you prefer painting or sketching? So it's not the last time I'm going to tell you happy birthday. We're going to have to talk again and celebrate. So on the 27th, I'll sing you happy birthday and you get your birthday wish. I have this candle and I'll sing to you and let you have your wish. So painting. I think I like painting better. Yeah. Get married on the 4th of July. Get married? You want me to get married on the 4th of July? I'll tell you what, the 4th of July here is amazing. We have neighbors that just put together like an hour and 15-minute show that just is like non-stop. So I do always live broadcast that. So you guys can share in that experience. Rooster, you got Christmas lights. Talking about paintings. I know. Duh. Doesn't everybody do that? No, they suggest what I'm supposed to ask you guys. And I'm like, okay. So the Christmas lights. This is our whiteboard, our celebration board, where you guys, when you donate or join the link in bio community, that you get your name on the board and we celebrate. So feel free to donate, and Rooster, I'll put your name on this board. So let's fill it up. The more you donate, the more hearts you get. It's just something fun to do. Anyone. But the Christmas lights got me in trouble. Still, I got to wait till the 9th for TT. Anyone? Oh, you want me to marry anyone? It's about the stage I'm at. I don't need to know your name. Just say yes or no. Crazy. I think maybe when I'm 60. Marry you? Okay. At that stage, like fine. Oh, yeah, never been married. I had a bridal shower. The guy 3 weeks before the wedding said he wasn't ready. So, but anyone get married on Independence Day? They do. Some people definitely. I know, like Independence Day. I don't know. That should be Commitment Day. I don't know. But yeah, people definitely do get married on Independence Day. So, and I think my brother, got married July 3rd, the day before. So that's kind of cool. You celebrate, or no, the 6th. June 6th. I get confused. One's a birthday, one's a wedding. So, please. I've never been married either. Aw. Yeah, it's good though to know the person before you get married. You know, a lifelong commitment. You definitely want to know the person. And Skate, good to have you here. You were playing a game, cat and mouse. Like, is she gonna see me? Is she gonna see me? Well, thanks for popping in. I understand. So good to have you here. How was your day? We just had a tornado tear through 20 miles away from me, and I am safe, but it was a terrible thunderstorm. What time is it now? We might still be under the watch, but I think it's lifted, but it's so eerie quiet here. The atmosphere feels really weird. Like the eye of a hurricane. And I keep like listening, so I'll have to check to see if my roof is still put together. Yeah, it was bad. If you look at some of the videos for lower Southwest Michigan, yeah, there's been some casualties. Some people died from it. I'm good. Got me corn with mayo and spicy chips. I'll tell you what, I had some Mexican friends. Takari, good to have you here. You sent me a message, I think, or replied, and I wanted to read it. I didn't get a chance to, but I saw that you, I think it's you that commented, so I'll definitely have to look at that. Go chase the twister. I was in a twister, and that one was really interesting. I've been in 3. The one that took my roof off. The other one, I was sleeping in Tennessee at the mall in my car, and the cops came up and they're like, "You better go." And I got caught. There you could see like the funky green and then a black sky, and then behind was this beautiful blue sky, and you see stuff flying by. I drove right into the tornado. The other one, though, that was the scary one. You see walls of water. It lifted my car up within a minute and imploded. The Salvation Army glass just busted into all the pressure. Limbs flying by. And I'm Dorothy. I know. In real life. I'm going to braid my hair. Didn't you have braids? I'll braid my hair. I used to have blue sequin high heels. I had some blue sequin shoes. Those are so comfortable. And yeah, it'd be kind of nice to get some red sequin shoes. Was there a cow floating in thin air? Well, talking about a car, I had a house, and at like 3:30, 4:30 in the morning, the cops are knocking on my door because I was up late. And they're like, "Oh, ma'am, there's a steer, like a cow in your yard." So there was a distant neighbor who their cows got out. So they were roaming my property. It turned out there were 2 cows on my property. So it sounds traumatizing, I know. That was really scary. It was extreme. Like I tried calling my daughter. She did not answer. And I called my mom. I'm listening to the radio. I'm thinking I'm going to die, and I'm trying to hear. And then all of a sudden, like the phone dies, the radio cuts out, and I'm like, I'm a sitting duck. And luckily it passed. So there, I got my Dorothy hair. And you referred me to a friend. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So is that for the group or is that for a one-on-one? But yeah, I'm definitely here to help your friend. And Gray Man, hello to you. So the big announcement, we're waiting on Debbie. I got to talk about the big announcement with Debbie. But March 20th, I want you guys to mark this on your calendar. March 20th, I think it's 9 p.m. I'm going to try to push it to where we can do a morning one too. But we're doing a master class. So I've only ever seen one on the ground. It was several miles out of town. Yeah, it's scary. It is scary. And it's, sometimes they hop. So it can completely devastate something, hop over a house and, devastate other places, but save others. Skate says for the YouTube live, he was talking about the war and how he lost friends, and I was like, well, I'm going on a YouTube live, and he was like, who? And I said your name, and then I said what you're about, and so I'll tell you what, Doc, if you would like to do a one-on-one, I've told you how to go about doing that. It's in the classroom. You can either pay right here, I'll see it pop through, or if you pay through school, then I'll get a notification and we can set it up right away if you would like to do that. I can log off if you would like to pay for that. You got to remember, I deal with like thousands of people, so I don't just do just a regular phone call. I don't even talk to like the friends I know all that much because I'm working constantly. But if you would like to schedule that, there were 2 options: the 120 for 4 sessions, or you could do 65 for the 55-minute one, and we could set that up. So feel free to do that, and we can do a one-on-one. So do you understand how to do it through the school in the classroom? Skate says, I told him he has to stay away from political, and he's got to be careful when he says and be respectful, but if he needs to vent, you will listen and you are nice. Yeah, so awesome. Have him come here. That would be great. That would be great because, there is some CPTSD or PTSD that they go through. Gray Man, remove the TV if it doesn't work. I know. I'll tell you what. I waited a week. Let's try again. I tried earlier today and it didn't work. But Okay. I'm going to wait a couple more days because it's still not working. But I did that before where it was over a week and all of a sudden it worked. So I'm not ready to throw it out yet. I need to get a new one, but I'm broke. So feel free to donate. But yeah, I'm waiting a couple more days. So then we'll see. Grayman says I lost friends and I'm the one who stuck with sports. That's the only reason I made friends in school. Lost friends as far as passed away, or what do you mean? They were just no longer your friends? But yeah, sports, and that's the thing, like, even in high school, whatever, when we did sports, we made friends. When we did drama club, we made friends. Whatever it was you were into. And that's why if you're feeling, okay, sounds good, Doc. But yeah, we can definitely do a one-on-one. Yeah, there are ways that we can make friends. That's part of the reason I started doing tap classes. I'm very blessed. I do have a couple really good friends that'll come over. I make dinners. They go swimming with me, or I go over there. But it's nice to expand your horizons, So that's why I started doing tap. And they're kind of like a little bit more superficial because it's only my second time going, but eventually, you start to get to know people, and it just feels good to be a part of something and connect with people. If I was super lonely, I could reach out to somebody and start to stimulate a relationship, such as, would you like to go out to eat together? Or, I was curious about doing this. Would you like to go with me? But we had to be proactive too, as opposed to just going to a class or sports or church or whatever and expecting others to stimulate a relationship. Sometimes we have to do that. And some people, it's difficult, sometimes we're afraid that we're going to get rejected. And when we don't take that personal, then you just try again, Skate says he's a friend from my game. And we don't talk on the regular, so I can't update you. Okay. But yeah, definitely have him come here. I love that. Thank you for that. You get the #1 cheerleader badge today. Grayman says they went their separate ways. Okay. And that's the hard part. We develop these relationships and people move on, or we get in fights with them, or we don't mesh, or they get a boyfriend or girlfriend and forget about us sometimes. But I'm glad you, were able to make some friends. And, sometimes we hope we make friends in biology class, and it's a little frustrating when we don't. But we have to look at our blessings, and you were blessed to be able to do the sports and make friends there. Don't party, etc. Things that they do out of high school. I get it. Like, I don't either. And, I had like 2 best friends in school, and then like casual friends, and a couple like good friends. But yeah, I was not a party girl, and you hear about all these people. But you also hear about, I went to one high school party. The one high school party I went to, I didn't drink, but there was a lot of drinking there. And the girl's parents were out of town. She had like older brothers, but there was like kids jumping on the teenagers jumping on the trampoline in the backyard, and then there's a guy who is like 17 or something, blasted out of his mind, but he's like jumping like the guy is on the trampoline, and he jumps and jumps and jumps through the door wall, the glass door wall, completely shattered it. And they're like, oh my gosh, we gotta get this fixed before mom and dad get home. And luckily the older brothers were able to pull that together. But how do you explain that? Drinking is overrated. Yeah, drinking is not healthy. It kills brain cells, and it increases your dependence on dopamine seeking. It changes your brain. And also, there's health risks, all that kind of stuff. And there's skate 5, 6, 7, 8. Go fight, win. I love it. Look at you. Do a little herky. I actually have a friend. His granddaughter is training to be in the Olympics for cheerleading. Just me. Aw, you gonna leave? Okay. Goodbye. Thanks for joining. Hit the like button. But I think that's pretty fascinating. She went to Italy for training, and fun fact, I did cheerlead as a little kid. Nothing serious. Oh, how fun! I had a cheerleading business where I went to all these different recreational centers or school gyms, and I taught. I was also LBN College's cheer coach. I told you my story about cheering at a school I didn't even go to. Like winter tryouts, and I made the team. You really can't do that now because they, you know, like have your IDs with, you know, scanning and all that kind of stuff. But no, that means hello. Goodbye means hello. Okay, hello. Hello's easier. And Mag says drinking occasionally is healthy. Getting drunk constantly is what causes health problems. So, yeah, there's some debate on is it healthy, is it not? Some people say it is, some people say it's not. Just definitely don't get to the intoxication state, you know. Yeah, and yeah, I get it. Kind of like red meat. Red meat has some benefits to it, and it's also has some bad things about it. So, Grayman says 24-year-old is first time I got drunk, but it wasn't for me. I prefer to face my thoughts. Got good at it. So, I know a lot of people drink to escape. But for me, I never was like tempted to drink because I always wanted to be able to drive if I needed to, if there was an emergency with my daughter. So even if, let's say, I had a babysitter, came home drunk, and then went to bed and let the babysitter go home, you know, like I'll sleep it off. I didn't want to risk if I need to get up and take my daughter somewhere. So yeah, I never got into that. And also, like, if I would want to stop feeling funky and you can't stop it, I wouldn't like that, you know. We don't have a word for goodbye in Hawaii. Aloha, aloha. Yeah, it's the same, right? Aloha, aloha. How nice. That is true, yeah, because let's not say goodbye. I love that. Just me, I'm allergic to alcohol. I break out in handcuffs. Oh my goodness. That's cute. That is cute. Drunk made it probably worse. Yeah. And I guess Britney Spears, somebody says she blew a .06. 0.08 is the legal limit, you know, the cutoff. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. But yeah, you know, definitely don't drink and drive, and I don't know. The beginning of the world. And Just Me says, how are all you beautiful people doing? So yes, what are you guys up to? How's it going? Mr. Brad Boy, just chilling here. Just chilling, enjoying the evening. I love that. So yeah, I survived another tornado in this area. So, but like I said, it's eerie here right now. It feels really weird. So watching movies. Are you watching the horror movies? You just watch. How do you watch that stuff? I do not like horror movies. I don't like the gore movies. Skate says, I'm good, just chilling with my puppy. She just laid down. Aww. Is she behaving? Not nipping anymore? Doc says, I love your vibe. I can watch and listen to you all night. Well, thank you. Meg says, first time I drank was in the military. Did you feel there was pressure to do that? Just Me says, tornadoes, that's scary. Yeah, this house, Skate, was it last year or 2 years ago? This is going on my second year. Yeah. April 1st is my second year here. Um, so it was in March. So it was last year I got hit by a tornado, and that was scary. You could see it coming over the lake, and it took my roof off and knocked down a tree. My whole back, uh, deck was covered in a tree. So there were some fatalities today. So it was a real serious one. Mine, I don't think was as powerful as the one that went through, but yep. And they said our phrase. They said our phrase. I love it. So Alexander says, I haven't actually quit drinking, but just haven't had any alcohol for 3 months or so. Ah, good for you. Good for you. Yeah, if you can handle it in moderation, go for it. In 3 months, it sounds like you're able to handle it. Did you ever struggle with it? I hear my water softener going. Schnarpers, I love your name. Hey, I got out of a felony, but was convicted of a misdemeanor with a 10-year criminal protective order. The man who destroyed my life is a free man, and can operate as an airline pilot. Uh-oh. 10-year criminal protective order where he can't contact you? What do you mean? So Schnarpers, are you saying that they found you at fault, but he didn't get any charges? 10-year criminal protective order. Who's being protected in that one? You or him? It's sounding like they're protecting him. Is that correct? It's coming though. Yeah. Skate says, oh my gosh, yes, guess what? We cuddled for 45 minutes and she didn't bite me at all. Aw, that's so sweet. Isn't that nice when you can just snuggle up to your puppy? I had a cat. She would knead on me. She would, and so her face was right here. She'd knead on me, and then she kept like getting like my hair down. She'd like try to lick me and stuff, and like my hair would go down her throat. I'm like, get off my face, and then the hair would just go like all the way down her throat. You have no clue. That's okay. Oh my gosh, yes. Guess what? We cuddled. That I love that. Your voice is so peaceful and inviting. Thank you. Just Me says, I'm glad you're okay. Yes, I survived, and that's all that matters. I was tonight totally okay. I'll have to check. There might be a couple limbs down, or I think the shingles are fine. But the one that hit my house, yeah, it's like I was able to replace the house, fix the house. I had a lot of water damage, though. Oh my God. That was crazy. A lot of water damage. Snarfers, rats took us out. House taken over. Ooh, that's not good. So thank you, Just Me. Yes, I am good. Sure did. Yep. Mag says, one night was playing pool with multiple people. Wager was loser buys winner a drink. That night I won 13 out of 15 games. Oh. Okay. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Just Me is congratulating you on your 3 months of not drinking. I love that. Looks like you're in a nice place. Thank you. I bought this house. It needs some upgrading, but it's a lake house, so that's all I cared about. It had some issues. I'm like, it's okay. They're like, did you want to see it? I'm like, no, I don't need to see it. I just want to buy it. I don't know if it was the smartest purchase. Actually, I was pretty lucky. I got $35,000 in equity on closing day. So, but I'm putting that, like I had to fix the roof and all that stuff. So, Mr. Brad boy. Just kidding. I love it. Schnarver says, I talked to you before the trial was pretty long. I can't contact them or I will go to prison. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. The couple is now protected. Ah, so it had something to do with what? The new lover? The new person? Because I know she said couple. Um, yeah, I'm sorry you went through that. Um, justice was not served. Yeah, and we got to be careful too. Sometimes we might feel it's justified, but if we're not in imminent danger, uh, we got to be real careful what our actions are. If the fight ends, if they turn to retreat, you can't go hit them, you can't do certain things. So be real cautious. Also, is it in your house, in their house, all that kind of stuff. So, um, what kind, uh, what kind of dog do you have, Skate? Schnarfer's justice was not served. Yeah. And, I know it's hard, but maybe just staying apart is for the best. Yeah, there's times that people do ruin our lives, and it's just important not to get revenge. I don't know if you were like in an emergency situation. Sometimes, it's best to leave if you can. Um, Alexander says, I used to drink too much when I was 19 and 20. A lot of people, go through that. So I'm glad you were able to break out of that. So it was so cute cuddling with your dog. Just Me says, be the person your dog thinks you are. Amen. Skate says, my pup is a German Shepherd Rottweiler. And Gray Man likes that. Old houses are the best. Yeah, I got a nice spiral staircase. There's a lot of bonuses. They have these windows that protrude out. So you have your house. A lot of houses just have the flat, but it's like protruded out. And it's got shelves. I like that. I got 2 of those. The upstairs kind of has like a bay window. So it's kind of neat. Except the rats. And Mr. Brad says, oh, you can say it one more time. Ah, Mr. Brad, trying to get me in trouble. Grayman says, I want a Belgian Malinois. I don't know what those are. Maybe soon down the line. It's brown and white. I'm trying to guess what it would be like. Come here, pups. Come here, honey. Dixie, come on. Come on, good pup. Dixie, come on. Uh-oh, hold on. Are you good? Dixie. Dixie. She's not moving. Dixie. Let me go look on her. She's not moving at all. Are you okay? Okay. You good? Come on. Come on, Dixie. You cuddle? Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Thank you. Come on. Oh, she is tired. She's starting to get old. Are you okay? She doesn't like me doing live chats. She thinks it's weird. Like I just sit here and talk to the air. It's okay. It's good. She's like, no. That would be weird though if you think about it. If you're a dog and you don't understand the concept of a phone, and your owner is like just talking to. I don't know. And then I got the tripod like in the middle of the living room, and she's like, what is it? The other YouTuber isn't in control. I know. Mag says, the next day all the people were asking, how are you awake? My tolerance was through the sky, to the sky somewhere. We change as we get older too, like our tolerance, the things we can handle. Those dogs are smart. I know she's smart. Like, I think she gets the concept. I think she got the concept, maybe because I put it on speakerphone, that, oh, you're talking to someone. But right now, she's not hearing you guys. She just hears me. And she's like, what's going on? You do this for hours, Cynthia. Schneifer says, I faced 7 years. No, a couple, the husband destroyed my mom and vehicle, committed felonies, but I was given the felony for reporting his crimes. And he is an airline pilot. Oh, goodness. Was he claiming kind of like an accessory thing, but then they denied his responsibility. Is that kind of how it went? Um, so, how did you know those people? So it wasn't like an ex-lover? Is somebody hitting the like button? Because I see these little floating things. So, yeah, sometimes that's why it's kind of sad. That's why sometimes people don't want to get involved because they are afraid that they're going to get in trouble. And, kind of like if you're like, I know this happened, they're like, only the criminal would know that. So, I'm sorry for that. What the heck? Why it replied twice? I only sent it once. I don't know. There's a glitch in the matrix. Same thing. Skate says it does that sometimes. Great man. Isn't that weird? Yeah. Like, I don't know. Mag says the 13 were double jack cokes. That's 26 drinks. What do you mean? Oh, man. Yeah, I'd be asking that too. Oh, my. I'd be asking you that on 4. Mr. Brad Boy got that little gift or soda stock. Just trying to bring light to the combo, but not disrespect anyone. I appreciate that, Doc. Doberman here, Midas. Oh, what's your Doberman's name? Schnarfer says they do not see the kingdom. Very true, very true. In trouble, never. I don't know, maybe. Skate says, I'm gonna make a yummy taco. I thought about doing that today. Today I buy these taco kits, and I do have frozen hamburger meat. I was so hungry that I opened up my taco kit and I took a tortilla and just melted cheese on it. It was so good. It was like the cheesiest thing. That was good. I had 2. I had 2 of them. I was gonna have 1, and then I was gonna have 1.5, and I pulled out the second tortilla, and I'm like, no, I'm having 2. The first one, I just did a little bit of cheese, and I burnt it on purpose, so it was crispy, and I decided I didn't want it burnt, so I had to try again, and I'm like, no, I want some cheese, and I did not mess around. It was the cheesiest I've ever had. Mr. Bradboy says, I'll tell you what. How about in Facebook Messenger? If you schedule a one-on-one, how's that? Skate says, oh no, is she okay? Is Dixie okay? Pups, come here. Dixie, come on. Come on. Dixie, come here. Thank you. Very good. Come on. I know. Come here, honey. You're so good. Thank you. Dixie, come here. It's good. Did you pee in the house or something? It's good. Why are you scared? Come here. Are you okay? You're tippy-toeing. Come here. Come here. Come here. Are you in trouble? Are you good? Come here. Up, up, up. Come here. Are you good? You guys see her? You don't see her. Come here. Come on. Come here. I don't know. Are you good? Did you do something bad? What did you do? Either that or she's mad I gave her dog food. Are you mad I gave you dog food? I don't know. Are you just tired? Are you tired? Y'all take care, Just Me says, have a wonderful night, and you sleep well. Humankind. I love that. Be bold. Exactly. Grayman says it's like a German Shepherd but less hair. Ah, okay. And you've seen videos of that dog. Yeah, Dixie is my actress. She does the doggy style, advice doggy style. That's Dixie, yeah. Oh, or are you talking videos of the Belgium Milanese or whatever it was? I also love Dobermans, yeah. I was thinking Doberman versus Malinois, difficult choice. What about the temperament? And thank you for the compliment, Schmeldington. A Malinois is smarter, probably. Could be. Doc, you are what? So, Doc, I will need to know if you were going to schedule a one-on-one because it's late, and I'll stay up if you would like to do that. If not, that's okay. Just kind of touching base with you. I know for the last 2 days or so you've been talking about scheduling that. Skate says very hyper though. Gray man, Malinois, very smart dog, very athletic. Oh, your doggy's name is Jetson, a 5-month-old male. Are you okay, Dixie? Are you good? Are you just tired? She shouldn't be tired. She took a nap with me. Doc says, are my tacos good? Yes, I have excellent tacos. I have people addicted to them. Skate says, dang it, we think alike. It's kind of crazy. Stomach hurts, same time, both exhausted. I know. Twins. Alexander says at age 21, it became legal to drink and it didn't have quite so much appeal anymore. Isn't that weird how that works? I slowed down after that. As I get older, waking up hungover lost its appeal. Still, a beer on a hot day is nice. There you go. Do you guys like one-on-one? So that's cool. Yeah. So I definitely do one-on-ones if you guys would like to schedule that. You are free to do that. The link is in the bio. I should put my calendar in there too. But if you sign up to School Network, or I'm sorry, I got 2 schools, a Soul Survivor, and there's a scheduling option in there. Bit of an older mug. Poor Dixie is like, I don't have patience for this camera. I know. She's like, are you kidding? But she's kind of close. Usually she hops up here. So, I don't know. I gave her chicken nuggets today. Are you good, Dixie? Dixie. Pup. Dixie. Honey. Just look at me. Like, normally she looks. Honey. Dixie. Are you good? That's good? Okay. That's good. Thank you. Okay. You're good. Thank you. I just wanted to see you alive. Does your tummy hurt? I don't know. Does your tummy hurt, Dixie? Is pork bad? Oops. Oh my goodness, you're not supposed to see that. I haven't done my laundry yet. There you go. And thank you for the like. I see that coming through. But yeah, Dixie's a good girl. Doris, hello. Is it Andy? Do I remember? Hello, how are you doing today? I'm very, very late today, but that's okay. I was outside during the nice weather we have in the heat. Oh my gosh, we had tornadoes today. I'm okay, but it's almost end times World War III. I don't know, guys. Like, I'm 55, and then throughout history, you got the Y2K, we're all gonna, end of humanity and this and that, and the end of the world. So a lot of people are like, this is a generation, we are at the end times. It seems like the end times are coming. The AI scares me. I use it for good. I do use AI. But, they just had that thing, watch out for this. There's something about the aliens thing. There's saying that if the was it Area 51, if this, like, the government documents are released, that it'll be like kind of like the end of Christianity and humanity, and what was the word? Some kind of like spiritual implosion. I can't remember what they said, but they did just say, supposedly they found okay, I saw your message. Thank you for that. So they were saying that they found like city lights on a planet, and then you do a little research. I haven't gone down that rabbit hole too much, but they're saying that it's like a hoax, but a lot of people are believing it, and with AI they got images. So it's kind of almost foreshadowing. I see something coming out where, this is my thoughts, that they're going to have something, whether it's real government documentations, whether there's factual government documentations. Um, but I'm getting messages, sorry. So I think there's going to be some big old push that there are aliens, which some people are saying are like fallen angels, demons. Um, but it's going to be like some spiritual warfare type stuff going on. And we're all not going to know what to believe at all. Are you guys already starting to feel that? Where it's like, I don't know, I was doing research and I'm like, it's hard to tell. Biblical end times. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about too. Skate says, I'm talking about the Belgium because I don't call Dixie dog. I call her Dixie. Okay, that's true. You do. You do call her Dixie. I have noticed that. And hello, Doris. Mag says, if I were to try 13 double Jack and Cokes plus several before as well as after, I would get halfway through. The people were in the military. And yeah, so it's kind of like, well, you gotta be a tough man. Doc says, always great to have a good cooking woman. Well, there you go. Schnurfers, 20 neighbors, there are people all destroyed an innocent life, but the Bible forbids this. Are you talking about a biblical story or the thing that you went through? I'm not sure. Are you talking about what you went through? Mag says, put some salsa and olives on it next time. I don't do either one. I don't like olives, and I definitely don't like the heat in salsa. I don't like chunky tomatoes. I know, so I'll just do cheese. But I know some people like that. That's not me though. Gray man, 13 double jacks. How many days you go without eating? Ah, yeah, good question. Not sure on the no eating. Oh my gosh. My thoughts on CPTSD, complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I think it's real. So PTSD is like a one-time thing. And then complex CPTSD is where it's like continued trauma. So, as far as what? I know sometimes I think that maybe there's a link between borderline and CPTSD. Is there a link or is there a misdiagnosis? But CPTSD is real. But let me know what you're talking about. So Debbie says you're still talking. Well, yeah. So congratulations, Debbie. I was talking about your was it 10,000 or 1,000? 10,000? I don't know. Whatever it was is blowing my mind. How many? 1,000? How many members do you have? Debbie's blowing, like she's growing like wild. Was it 10,000 or 1,000? No, 1,000. I can't. My mind. It's 1,000. How many members do you have now? She's blowing it, like going like so quick. So sunflowers and butterflies on Facebook. But Debbie, that is amazing. We knew it was going to get there. Tell me again how many. I know it's in the chat, but Doris says, well, that's this direction towards Texas, and we might get that. So it's always coming soon. I don't know. I'm always where it's coming, but I think it's coming the direction, so we might get it. Are you talking about the tornadoes? Doris, who is also Andy, well, they've been fixing a power line lately, so hopefully the power lines are working a lot better now. Hopefully we don't lose the power. That would suck. I agree. I'll be praying for you for safety and avoiding any power outages. Meg says, try a wolf husky mix. Super loyal. Super hard to train. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they probably would be loyal, but I wonder if their temperament. Dixie, are you okay, honey? Can you look at me, Dixie? Pops. Dixie, are you good? Honey? Are you good? Maybe she's acting weird too because of the weather. What do you think? You like it when I braid my hair? Thank you. And Lourdes, hello. Mixed martial artist is here. And it's autist. I just noticed that. Autist. Is that for like autistic? Why did I never notice that before? I thought it was artist. Autist. Even better. How's this? How's what? It's good. Oh, I think Dixie might just be tired. I don't know. Her belly looks kind of full. I think she overate. But Grace, we're glad to have you here. Skate says a lot of the time I back out on certain conversations because I don't like to really argue and I have opinions that not everyone agrees with. I believe there's aliens. I've been told many things. Yeah, I don't necessarily believe in aliens, but I do believe in like demons or fallen angels, things like that. So, or some kind of spirit, something else. I've had experiences with that. So yeah, I can't say you're wrong just because I think different. It doesn't mean that I'm right. Maybe. Meg says we got snow last night into this morning. Now it's cold. Oh, don't say that. And Gray Man is asking Snurfers, how are you? Doc says, I like you. Put salsa on my tacos after I eat them. Oh, I like to put salsa on my tacos after you eat them? So do you just like, how do you put it on after you eat them? Grayman says, I'm liking this month's weather in California. That's nice. Debbie! Debbie, I can't believe it. 10,056. You grew super quick. We're going to have to check your monetization to see if you're starting to make some money on that. That is fantastic. That's almost unheard of. So good for you. That is growing like wildfire. That is cool. Alexander says, if there were creatures living in another solar system, the time to get here from their world would take multiple lifetimes. In another solar system, yeah. Debbie says, I told you, I know, 10,000, well, you told me 10,000, so now 10,056. I can't believe it. That is fantastic. How many times do you post a day? Oh my gosh. Skate says, I've had a German Shepherd wolf before who was the most sweetest dog, but he was kind of stupid. He would run at trucks. Oh, yeah, that's not too smart. I'll catch up, guys. Meg says, and this planet may not be shaped like a ball. Yes, got a flat earther in here. I'm kind of starting to go flat earth. Is that what you're thinking with the firmament and all that? That's what, that way I think also, yes. What you think also. Skate says, I believe in most things. Honestly, I'd rather believe something until I'm proven wrong than be proven wrong and something exists that I wasn't prepared for. I get it. Flat earther globe. I can prove it with Bible verse. Yeah. I think flat earth. And then also like the one Bible verse where it was like stop the sun and it wasn't stop the earth from spinning. Is that the Bible verse you're talking about? Meg says I might have that due to my NDE and how long my out-of-body experience went on for. Nearly 26 years. Oh my goodness. So NDE is a near-death experience. So you're dissociating. So tell me a little bit more. There are Bible verses that says, an eye for an eye will see you decide. Yeah. I had somebody who did a really good look on, in-depth take on that. We also have to remember the times, that there were times that rules like kind of changed as time went on, biblically, And Melissa, how are you? Good to have you here. Skate says, I don't think the world's flat. Nothing changing that. from my mind. All right, we're gonna work on it. I don't know. I am starting to think of it. I wish I talked to my dad more about that. My dad, extremely intelligent man, and he went into such research. Like, um, I don't know, but and that's okay, skate. But I think there might be something to it. And the thing is it makes a huge difference on whether we went to space or not with the firmament. We're not supposed to break through that, you know. And the firmament is kind of like the dome that keeps us protected. And so, Gray Man Hin, yes. What do you guys think? Do I have any flat earthers here? Meg says animals are in tune with the weather. Yeah. And did you know that snakes can predict earthquakes 5 days before they happen 75 miles away? Little information. But I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to go ahead and log off. I've been on for over an hour, but I did want to tell you guys to set your calendars aside for March 20th, our first masterclass, Breaking the Trauma Bond, Revelations 1:7. Look, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him, even those who pierced him. And all people on earth will mourn because of him. Thank you for that. Yeah, there's I need to catch up with my Bible in the year so we can get Revelations up there. Meg says snickerdoodles and chocolate milk. Oh my goodness. Sounds like a perfect evening. Gray Man, you believe in flat earth. Yeah. Skate, it'll be interesting. Because at your age I always said the same thing. And you may never change your mind. You may never change your mind. But I'm kind of on the same cycle that my dad went through on like conspiracy theories, where it's like, whatever, Dad. Now you're like, oh wait, what? So, Gray Man, can I ask how old you are? And if you don't want to tell me, that's fine too. But it's interesting later on in life where you're like, I don't know. And also too, I don't know. There's so many conspiracy theories out there. Early 30s, okay. So you're ahead of schedule. I'm behind schedule. So yeah, wow. And what makes you? Is it the Bible that makes you believe there's a flat Earth? And if you look at the old maps, those are like the flat Earth style, which is kind of interesting. I almost bought a Bible from like the 1800s because there are some different translations. They change it a little bit. Almost bought it. I almost did. But go to a great lake and you can see the curvature of the earth. You can see the curvature. I lived on Lake Michigan. I don't remember ever seeing a curve. I lived literally on the beach of Lake Michigan. But it was like on the lower part. I don't remember ever. I'll do that. I'll go to the lake and really study it. I never really studied it, but Tyler Hansen, the flat earther, he went to pretty much where I lived. And you can see across to Chicago. And he was saying, you know, with the curvature, what it should be for how many miles across, and like, you know, what is it, like 3 inches every 8 miles or whatever it was supposed to be, that it shouldn't have been possible to see what we were seeing across. So I don't know. There were flat earth maps, yes. And it's interesting how they do the rotation, however you do it, you know. But I'll check that out, Alexander. And your puppy is awake. And his race, but this Didn't matter for me. And his race? Whose race? So we'll have to do that. I will definitely do that. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I just remember it flat, but there could be a curve. I have to look at that. Okay. There's people outside. Go to bed. It's usually real quiet here, so anytime. So feel free to hit that like button for me. I appreciate the support. Meg says the incident took place in 1989. I wasn't quite 4. I put my story on my channel. I put the details there if you'd like to read it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you ever want to do a podcast about it too. How you doing now though? You love my smile and my energy. Thank you. So Alexander says, I can't see Canada by looking across Lake Huron. Well, you can see from Detroit, you can see Windsor. If you look across. Let's see, by Lake Huron, I've been there. That's true. I've been to, I'll agree with that. I've been to Lake Huron and I didn't see land on the other side. But did you see a curve? Did you see a curve? Because I think we have limited sight that, I don't know. There has to be, there has to be something there for us to see. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, Lake Huron, when I looked out, I didn't see anything on the other side. You can see like around the bend. I'm trying to remember. I remember like some piers and stuff or whatever the heck. Lake Huron, that was cold when we went. They failed. They failed. Oh well. What failed? The tacos? What failed? I'm sorry, I'm tired. Your puppy is awake. Okay. Gray Man says there's a video in New York City. A man proves it isn't a curve. Is that Tyler Hansen? That might have been. I think he went to more than just Lake Michigan. He might have been the one that went out there. Skate says they put a bunch of these sticks with like a big hole on each of the sticks, and then I put them in a row miles apart or at least really far apart, and they think they put an arrow through it or some. Did it not show up? Oh, I think, where did you put that? I think I know what you're talking about. I forgot the city he zoomed in. Yeah, there was one. It was Lake Michigan and Chicago. He was trying to see, what do you like? What makes me smile? I don't know. I love swimming and tap dancing and my dog spending time with people. What about you? Skate says, no, it wasn't about my puppy. What the fuck? Oh, it didn't send your comment. Okay, so that's why I was so confused. I'm like, Alexander says watching the moon rise over the lake is a sight to see. Yeah, I saw the moon come up over. We were at Cocoa Beach on New Year's. I took my daughter there, and we saw this. Oh, you said the moon rise. What did we see? We saw the sun come up. I don't know if I've ever seen the moon rise. I don't think I've ever seen a moon rise. It's a video I saw. Interesting. Boats, you can't see them, but zooming in with a camera, it should be the same, but it shows in the camera. Interesting. Yeah, like Our sight is limited. Our sight, good point, good point. Skate says they tried to prove the earth was flat. I think I know which one you're talking about, or at least a similar one. Um, I don't know. And Bill is here. Bill, I was getting ready to log off. Oh my goodness, how have you been? We just went through a tornado though. And Doc says good vibes and just having a good time. Good sense of humor, likes to make people laugh. Amen. Sounds like what I like to. Bill, what have you been up to? And yeah, I'm starting to crash. Time for me to go. I had to wake up really early. We're working on a big thing that's supposed to come out. I got a couple projects going. So I had to get up at 6 a.m. You're making pictures while I talk. Debbie, I've been so impressed with the stuff you're doing. So you deserve every growth thing that one more time, guys. FB, what is it? Sunflowers and Butterflies. She is just blowing up. Alexander, I want to see a video of the moonrise. I have one. Yes. Yes. I have a community. I think you can post that to the community. That would be cool to see. Bill says, I'm good. Oh, no. I didn't know you had a tornado. I am okay, but there's a lot of devastation. Come here, honey. Pups, come here. It's good. Come here. Yeah, Tixie, come here. You're so tender today. What's going on? Are you good? You guys see? Come here. Thank you. Yeah. There we go. Are you good? You do smell different today. Why do you smell different today? I had a good day today. I just wanted to pop in here and say good night to you. Good night to you too. Thanks for popping in. Dog, does she need to sleep sometimes? So if you're not going to pay for the 101. Yeah. So, yeah, I got a message. So yeah, Doc, if you'd like to do a one-on-one, I am down for that. If not, I'm going to go ahead and log off. So real quick, I'll catch up. I'm doing good, Bill. Mag says since mid-2015, some equilibrium issues have popped up and a few other things I'm unsure of how to describe. So we can also get vertigo or like with our eustachian tubes. I don't know if you had any hearing damage, whether it's through like rock music from concerts, or if you were in some wars or the gunfire. It could mess up your hearing, which can mess up your equilibrium, also sinuses. So that could be something too, or could also be CPTSD. There will be a blue moon May 31st. Oh, that would be cool to see. Skate says to Dog, yes. Thank you to Doc. Thank you, Skate. Bill says I had a good day today. And yes, get some sleep. She wants some love from her human friend, I know. So Debbie, thank you for popping in. Good night to you. Peace out. Yes, Gray Man, animals are good for our mental health. There was a study, and that's very true. They can reduce the risk of heart attack and all that. So lots of love, guys. I'm going to log off, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night.